All right, now we're going to get into it. The TCP IP networking. Let's start explaining stuff that we probably already know. As you can see here, I already have a picture of it. But let's first talk about the perspectives on networking. And I got a lab that I'm going to show you in the packet tracer, obviously, because the book starts off, okay, you can't see that. I'll bring this, you can close this right here. There it is. Lovely. All right. And this is packet tracer 7. That's pretty cool. It's pretending. See, that's why I put home. And then I got enterprise. It's just a garage door. Because it has capabilities like the Z-Wave and stuff, but we're not going to get into that. All right. This is just showing you the perspective of how a SOHO network has to compare to an enterprise network and the devices that are involved. All right. So at home, you normally, and the only thing I had to look at like a modem is the home gateway. So that's what I put out there. So normally you connect to a modem, right? Your TV to the modem, and then your modem goes to a router, and then you get out to the, or your modem is already connected to the wall, all right, and you go out to the internet. Now, we know in the majority of cases, that's not the way it is. Normally in a house, you have a wireless router like we have in this enterprise right here that's connecting to this Cisco wireless router. Everybody has not everybody, but the majority of people at home do have a wireless router so they can allow their cell phones, their laptops, their desktops, their printers to be able to go wirelessly, print wirelessly, and go wirelessly on their devices. So this is not really a true representation, even though the book says it that way, but it's not a true representation of what today's home network is. Okay, today's home network obviously has a lot more devices. And now with all these, we got refrigerators that have IP addresses that you can control from the supermarket. Okay, so there's a million things that have been implemented in a small office, home office. And this is the way I started, in an office at home. Okay, and believe me, I had like 12 devices on one wireless router that was connected to the modem that was connected out to the street, to the internet. Okay, so you can do it that way. But in an enterprise network, we're obviously going to find a lot more devices than we're going to actually, see in a home. Now, here we have a wireless router. We have a tablet. Let me get out of the way. I'm going to stand in front of the cloud, which is our internet. All right. And just so you know, anytime you see a cloud, and I'm sure you know this, but I'm going to reiterate it. If you see a cloud, that means that's not just the internet. What is the internet? The internet is a bunch of networking devices that get you from one place to the next. That's what it is. Okay. It could be routers, it could be switches, it could be whatever. All right, they're there. Now, in an enterprise, still has a garage door. Okay, you have PCs, you have servers, you have wireless devices, you have phones, you have printers, you have everything. We know we've worked in enterprise networks. We worked in any network today, whether it be small, it still has a lot of devices that probably most likely is connected to either a LAN switch, which is in the majority of cases, that connects to first a router and then connects to the internet. So again, not a true representation, all right, of what it should be, all right. So as far as in networking, in an enterprise, you're definitely going to be connected to a switch. It'll probably be, and we'll talk about VLANs later, but you'll probably be within a VLAN itself. Those of you that don't know what a VLAN is a virtual local area network that it is your way that your network should be designed. All right, due to the fact that you're segmenting the network, but we'll get into that later. All right, so you're connected to the switch, and the switch is actually connected to a router that takes you out. And then obviously, the router's running that. Then we have a wireless device, and this you do like you see in a lot of hospitals. They have, or even enterprise networks, that which a hospital is really. You're going to see just a different segment altogether for wireless devices. Okay, so they're not they're physically segmented. That way they don't try to hack into the actual enterprise network. They'll give you wireless access, 20 to go, and they're using some sort of third party. So that is what the book is trying to explain, that if you're in a small office, home office environment, you have a lot less equipment, a lot less complication. Nobody's going to run TAC hacks. Some people do, don't get me wrong. You got those guys and gals that really want to, say, hey, I'm going to learn everything. And they got all sorts of servers and switches and routers and everything running in there. Okay, Active Directory, they're doing group policies just to not let their kids go on the internet and go to all these different websites. Okay, and then obviously in the enterprise network, you will have that, like certificates of authority, Active Directory, and all that stuff. That's something that you will see there, plus switches and routers. And then you get out to the internet, and there's a bunch of different things. So when you start doing this, this is the beginning. This is what networking is all about, using different devices to get to where you need to go. All right, and this is all this is. There's no configurations. I just want to show you, the book is trying to show you, hey, this is what networking is all about. Okay, so let's go ahead and minimize that. Let's bring back our presentation. Okay, and let's put it back in slideshow. All right, and we already saw that one. All right, so that's what the book meant by the perspectives on networking. Then you have obviously the TCP IP networking model. Now, I want to show you right here, even though later on we're going to make a comparison again, but I just want to show you. This is the new one right here. Okay, and I think I have made a video already about this, but either way, this is the new one. As you can see, in the old one, it was 4 layers: the application layer, transport, internet, and link layer. And the link layer actually mapped to the OSI, to the data link and physical. Where now they're actually separating that link layer into 2 different layers, into the data link and physical. So now there's 5 layers. All right, and there still maps pretty much the same way, but they've actually segmented that particular layer because they want to get a good understanding of, for you, of what actually happens, or for everyone, for the data link and the physical layer. All right, so this is what they want to hone down in when they start talking about that. Now, the history leading to TCP. We're not going to take too much time in this. I told you already in the previous, but there is a website that I want you to know about. All right, I want you to know about. All right, which is the Internet Timeline. You're not going to be asked questions as far as who created TCP, where was it created, what year was it created, nothing like that. Because TCP IP were created in 2 different, and very far apart. They were not the first was TCP, then it was IP. But again, if you want to learn that, this is an actual a hyperlink, but I have the website open already. So again, I'm just going to minimize this. So there's your timeline. Very cool, interactive. You can move it around. You can go ahead and click on whatever it is that you need to see, and then it'll pop up right up here. One of the things you need to pay attention that your book calls for is the year 1973. That's where the TCP protocol development begins. Here it is. This is what you need to know. This is what you need to memorize. This is what most likely will be on the test. All right. So you'll have the website. Very cool information. Doubtful they're going to want to know who was it that actually came up with it, the year, all that good stuff. I doubt it. That's going to be on the test. The layers, the protocols, yes, that's going to be on the test. So take a look at it. It's pretty cool information. And with that said, I will see you in the next.